Hello and welcome to a new review of this very great deck from my collection, Yamaha KX 690. I usually do the review before selling the deck, but as you were probably guessing by the recording I started with, this deck sounds extremely well. It sounds as if it was new. You can tell the source from the recording in any type of Dolby. Okay, the tape is even a ferric tape. It's not a chrome tape. It's just a very good ferro tape that I had here. I've recorded it many times. It performs well, but the deck has the merit because it does a great job, and that's why I'm probably keeping it as the deck that sounds the best. Not the best deck I have, but the one that probably sounds the best, and it's in a very good shape. This deck, at first I thought it was going to be a bit of a boring review because I thought it had nothing special, and somehow it doesn't. The internals are nothing special. It has large boards. I was expecting a smaller board because this deck was from 1996, and at the time the manufacturers made the decks simpler with fewer components and fewer boards, and that's what I thought. But actually this is a quite large board. It has this, probably this is the recording circuit. The mechanism itself, even though doesn't look like nothing special built like a tank, it has double capstan, 3 motors, so it's the top specification for a usual deck. And well, I thought also that it was going to be a very standard deck, and it's most a standard deck, but has some small things that made this special, and a couple of things that make this deck really special. The first thing very special with it is that it's one of the only few decks that Yamaha made with Dolby S, which was a kind of Dolby introduced late in the golden era of cassette decks, and not many brands featured this type of Dolby. Yamaha wasn't one of them because well, I think it's only this model that has Dolby S, and Pioneer, for example, had a lot of models and some other brands, but not Yamaha, and this has that Dolby S circuitry. Another very special thing about Yamaha is that their decks have this control called play trim, that it's a kind of equalization made in the first amplifier or first stage of the circuitry of the amplifier of the playback function. I mean, you can have some kind of equalization in your deck or in your amplifier, but this play trim is a variable equalization that happens just when the signal is taken from the heads, and this actually is built in many decks, have a knob inside, and you can adjust that to compensate for the head wear, where a head wears, the highs are lost, and you compensate those highs with varying the equalization. So this deck has that knob outside for the user to control it. Other than that, it has the typical counter buttons, the memory. You can do some kind of repeat. It has auto tape tuning, where you press and the deck will analyze the tape, will record and read what's being recorded, and will decide which bias and level and equalization apply. You can, however, override the bias or adjust the bias for yourself. And well, the display is not very bright, not extremely nice, but otherwise quite complete. You have all the readings necessary, all the necessary readings, and this deck has also a music search where you can skip your track and go to next track. This is covered with a door and makes it much more elegant. And well, that's it for the review of this Yamaha. Thanks for watching, and please leave some comment in the section. Thank you.